Hello, welcome to another edition of your favorite show and mine, Zack Miller Says. Hope y'all are doing great. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Over the last, 6 to 12 months, I've recognized something, maybe even longer before that. It's kind of odd, actually. I don't take compliments well. I don't really know what it is. And it seems kind of odd. But actually let me put it this way. I don't take compliments well if they are in person. If these compliments are done like through a post or an email or something like that, I can react and have long enough time to react to take the compliment and do the right thing. But in person, I just don't know what to say. So a lot of times people are like, "Oh, congrats on the book deal." I'm like, well, I haven't even sold any yet. Like, I've sold some copies, obviously, but I think being self-aware of things and challenges and problems in your life are important, and then trying to address them and fix them are important as well. And so when I look at these, issues, I guess, when someone's like, "Oh, good job, congrats," like, I don't know. Like, I guess it's because I don't think they're that big of a deal and other people do. And so some people are just like loving to congratulate people. But really I got to figure out how to fix this. And so people are so kind and nice and like they throw like tons of gratitude and like love towards me sometimes. And I'm just like, "Oh, okay." I'm like, that was a bad answer. It's kind of like when you go in to give someone a handshake and like you miss them, so you're like, and you're like, yeah, I need to do that again. I need to try that again. It's just not good. And so I don't know if any of you are like this as well, where when you get an email or a text or maybe a Facebook message, you can just say thank you. But in person, you struggle with it. You struggle with saying thank you or anything kind and nice back. And maybe no one has ever seen me do this, right? So maybe this is just like a self-doubt flaw. And it's really not that big of an issue to me, right? Like this is not like a 10 out of 10, like I'm worried like my life depends on this. No. But like it's something that when it happens, I realize and I'm like, oh. Like someone recently was like, "Oh, that's awesome." So I sent in my final manuscript for the book yesterday. And I told someone, and they were like, "Oh, that's amazing." And I was like, "Yep." I don't know, like, I need to work on it, because I feel like it could potentially be detrimental to people wanting more. And I'm very thankful. It's not that I'm not thankful. I'm very thankful for people. But at the same time, I cannot get the answer out. And so it's kind of like when I'm riding my bike or walking past someone, I'm like, "Hi." And then I feel like I'll say good morning, and it's like evening, and I'm like good morning, and they look at me like I'm like, so I need to figure out like I just need a reaction every time. So I think I'm just going to say hey every time. Obviously, I had the just say hey movement, but I need to figure that out for the compliments and just be like thank you so much, and that's it. And maybe that's it. Sometimes you just need to talk these things through. But what happens is it's repetition, right? It takes multiple times to do this over and over again. So it's like, okay. Someone says something nice, thank you so much. That means the world to me. Because oftentimes, I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah, and I don't know what to say. It's not to be rude. I just can't. It doesn't come out fast enough. So, I don't take compliments well in person. And if I've ever done this to you, I apologize. I'm going to work on it. I'm going to do it just like I do the Just Say Hey movement, where I say hi to everyone or almost everyone that I walk by. And I'm going to hope that when I see someone and they compliment me, that I am going to be able to respond back. And I don't think I'm like in a super like a-hole donkey kind of way. I think I'm just like, oh, okay. Oh, like someone goes, "Oh, we like watching you on TV," or "We like doing this," and it's in person. I'm not expecting that, so I don't know how to react, and so I'm late. I don't say something good. They never say anything back. So maybe I'm over analyzing this. I don't know. But are you like that? Are you someone that doesn't react well? Because I react well in most scenarios. But for some reason, in this specific scenario, when someone is complimenting me or giving me praise for something, I do not respond well. I do not respond quick enough. And I think what I need to do, and this is what I would recommend for anyone that has basically the same question or the same scenario going over and over and over again, is there a scenario that maybe you could just have your standard answer? And it's not to have a standard answer to be a standard answer. It's really just to make sure you don't look like a donkey. And so with me is, I recognize when I do it and watch someone will congratulate me on something today. And I'll be like, oh, okay. Like literally that's what oh, okay. Yeah, thanks. And I just am not like super into it. I just need to be like, thank you so much. That was the most amazing thing you've ever said. Kelly Clarkson. Like that. But again, it's not malicious in any kind of way. I'm just not very quick. See, Erica says the same thing. No idea what to do with in-person compliments. Like, Erica won Start Peninsula, and I judged it, and people were probably like, oh my god, congratulations. You're like, I'm in the moment. It's like when Shaun White accidentally dropped the American flag during snowboarding when he had the most epic snowboarding race of all time. And people were like, oh, I can't believe you did that. Well, when you're in the moment, you're not expecting it. And so usually I'm really good off the cuff. Usually like all these shows are off the cuff. All of my interviews are off the cuff. Almost everything I do is off the cuff, except for this one little thing that I cannot master. And so my thought is the way to fix this is to simply have the same answer for everyone, because you're not having a bunch of people say something over and over again. But it's like, again, when I'm in person, I struggle city with this. Online, emails, whatever, I'm fine with. I'm just like, oh, thank you so much, because I have more time to react. And that reaction time is important. However, in this case, it's difficult. It's tough. And I struggle with it. So I think my answer is going to be to simply say, thank you so much. That means the world to me, which is normally what I say online in text form and copy form and emails. But in person, I'm like, I don't know what to say. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to switch it up, and I'm just going to be a big ball of fire, super happy that people are giving me love, and I just got to give it back to them. Nick Sutton says, do you think it's partially being slightly humble about the compliment? I find myself hating to take credit for things like business growth, so I struggle to say, yeah, thanks, I worked hard, blah, blah, blah. I think that's actually a great point. I think, honestly, for me, in the moment in like emails and on messages from people, I'm able to just give a status quo answer, which does not mean any kind of way, but I'm totally getting what you're saying. Probably because you and I both don't believe that what that person is complimenting us about is as big of a deal as they think it is. And that's something that I think a lot of people struggle with. For me, it's like, I'm barely where I want to be. Right? I mean, if I hit my majority goal, my major business goal in life, it's to be the majority owner of an amusement park. That's a big deal. Right? And so I think that's totally right, where people are like, oh, great job. And some people are just saying it to be nice because they want to support you and be there. But at the same time, I think it is an internalized issue where you're like, oh, okay. I think it's a mixture of exactly what you just said, Nick, about staying humble about the compliment, taking credit for things because you worked hard. You know, you got to work hard to be there. But then also just the reaction. You're not expecting that. You know, if you had a line of people, you know, if you were, I don't know, I'm just thinking like out loud. So if I do a book tour and I have 100 people sign up and they come watch a talk and they come up to me, get a book afterwards, and they go, oh my God, we love you so much. I'm probably going to be in the mode of saying, thank you so much. I appreciate you. What's your name so I can write your name? You know, it means the world that you're here to me. But when we're not expecting it, I think that's where the real struggle is that reaction of, oh, Well, I wasn't expecting that, and I don't know what to say now. And so maybe by having something in your back pocket, that could be something that could be extremely valuable so that you just, when it happens, you know what to say. Thank you so much. That is absolutely amazing. I really appreciate that. Right? It happened to me the other day. Literally, it happened to me the other day, and my response, my response was simply, man, that is amazing! 3 exclamation points. If you're listening, you know who you are. Thanks for reaching out. Any topics you want to hear me talk about? So I gave praise and then told him that, it's a he, so now you know it's not. Now you have 50% shot of guessing who it is. But, I don't do this for praise. I do this to help others. And I guess reactionary is, you get praise sometimes when you do good things. So, do good things, you'll get praise, and just make sure that you don't look like a donkey when that praise happens. Because what you want to make sure is that people know that you appreciate them. And I think that's a huge, huge thing. So, the solution for me is going to be to have it in my back pocket and just always be super grateful and thankful. And for any of you that give me praise that I've never recognized this, that's a struggle of mine, but it's fixed now. It's going to be fixed. Hope you guys have wonderful days. Till next time, peace out. Thank you.